Hello, fellow kindred and other creatures of the night. We are here for another scene of Unmasked Orlando, where Alexandra Diamond is seeking to hire the services of Mr. McMahon. So we'll start the scene with a phone call from Alexandra to Thomas. So your phone is ringing.
Answer my phone. Good evening. Who is this?
It's Alexandra Diamond.
Well, I'm not exactly opposed to receiving calls from you. How did you get my number?
That's besides the point. I need you to meet me at Winter Park by the fountain. Now.
It'll
I'm
take you about 20 minutes to half an hour to arrive there. Is that all right?
Yes, I'll meet you there. It's for a job.
You have piqued my curiosity.
Be careful, however, this is within my domain, so behave. See you in
I
30
always behave.
minutes.
I'll see
See
you
you in
soon.
30 minutes, Thomas.
Thanks for the phone.
Pink! So now we're gonna skip ahead and uh well she's very plain looking in what she wears compared to other times that you've seen her. And she's sitting by the
Yes.
fountain at the park and waits.
I'm just wearing a dark pair of slacks and a shirt because I don't really feel the cold and Orlando's warm enough I can get away with it. And of course, leather shoes. So I walk up to you, not obfuscated or anything, and just stand beside you while you're sitting down and wait for you to say something.
Well, hi, Thomas. She's gonna open the
Miss
person,
Diamond,
her person, take out a cigarette case and pull out a cigarette, and she will offer you one if you want.
I politely decline. I never actually got into that habit, oddly enough.
Well, it's not that it will kill you, not anymore. She will snap it closed and take out a Zippo lighter and just light the cigarette. Okay. There's a job I have for you, at least for a few days.
Yes, what does this job entail?
Security in detail.
Sounds simple enough.
Hmm. You might think
Who
so.
is who is the target?
Target isn't the correct word. I want you
Target is
to.
always the correct word.
Well, you're supposed to be protecting them.
Yes, so who is the target?
I believe you have you met Thorn, Aluzay?
I think I may have made his acquaintance very briefly. I can't
Well,
say I know him.
well, right now you will be under my employ, so what is said here will be private and
Strictly
between.
confidential.
Yes, in fact, I'm going to send you a non-disclosure agreement that you will sign.
Certainly, madam. I
Uh,
always try to be as professional as possible in dealings.
Good to hear. In any case, for the time being, Mr. Alize is staying at my haven, and he may need protection. I want you to keep an eye on the place when I'm not there, and keep
Yes,
an eye on him when he's not there, at least for a few days. If you see any threats, do not engage. Just remove him from the situation.
so you
Make
want me to remove the
sure,
target from the situation if any possible threats
yes,
arise?
do not engage. This is very, very important. I can't give you more information about this.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter if it's someone that you have seen before, if although I don't believe you have seen. Hmm. So thanks for a
So
while.
in your haven, No one should be arriving except for yourself or you with company, basically.
Myself, Thorn, my assistant, and my child. If anyone else is invited in, you will be notified of that. If Thorn wishes to leave the apartment, you will make sure that you follow him and that he knows. I don't want him freaking out. Okay?
Certainly, madam.
So, what will your rate be?
Well, typically I charge about 5,000 a head for assassinations. But as this is a different sort and requiring more time and less killing, I suppose about the same.
I won't lie to you, it might be dangerous. We don't know for sure. Best case scenario, nothing happens, you get your money, we get our peace of mind. Worst case scenario, I don't even, I can't even imagine. So keep that in mind. That's why I told you to not engage.
Understood, madam. And what if the target is uncooperative in wanting to leave?
I'll make sure that he cooperates. I'll make sure that also the non disclosure agreement will be also regarding whatever actions he takes and whatever you witness. Is that understood?
Completely.
Okay,
Whatever. So whatever Thorn does is completely under the radar. Then
yes. She will take out a checkbook and she will ask you what she should write on it as a down payment.
oh, well, let me just check. I obviously don't use my own name for mortal banks. They ask too many questions.
Well, yes, of course. You probably have someone taking care of these things, right?
I have a retainer. You can assign it to him.
Perfect. What is their name?
They always have trouble remembering mortal names. One moment. Let's see. Uh, Gregory McDonough.
All right. And the amount?
Uh, 5,000 is the full amount, so anything less than that, or
All right, I'll give you half now and the other half later.
that's perfectly
If I require more
reasonable.
time, the amount will of course increase.
Of
So
course.
she will sign the check, give it to you. I will give you the address of my lawyer. I want you to go there after you leave from here. You will have the
Yes,
agreement ready.
not a problem. And what is this gentleman's or madam's name?
Who the lawyer?
Yes.
I will give you a card. 'Cause I haven't thought of a name. Come on now.
You made me think of a name.
Oh, Jesus. Really? You're gonna make me. Fuck's sake. Okay. Oh, fuck. Mm. His name is Bill Hood.
Is Mr. Hood a reputable lawyer?
What kind of question is that? He's a good
Well,
enough lawyer. That's what you need to know.
so he is discreet then with our dealings.
Of course. I wouldn't have picked him otherwise.
It always helps to confirm. Again, masquerade violations, I'm sure even in this town, are not looked upon too kindly.
Well, he's not necessarily aware of everything.
Mortals should never be told the full story. They can't handle it and tend to overreact a lot.
Oh, yes, I know. In any case, nothing damning is included in the agreement.
Naturally.
Just things that even normal humans do. Of course, I will need you to be ready for it tomorrow night. For tonight, I do have an armed guard. I assume
And I hope
I
he's
assume it
armed
will
suitably to take out Kindred.
be. The person who is guard tonight is a police officer. It's only there to deter. That's why I
I
need
find,
someone more
yes,
capable
and discreet.
and discreet. I assume you have firearms?
I do, yes.
What capacity do you have?
Just for intimidation factor, I have a 50 caliber Desert Eagle handgun. I also own an assault rifle and a sniper rifle.
Well, I hope it doesn't come to that, but if it does, aim for the head and then run.
Those are my standing orders.
Yes. But it's better to avoid any confrontation.
Yes, get the target out of there as soon as possible, and don't wait for engagement.
Okay. I'm glad you have an understanding. Of course, while you are within my domain, you can feel free to hunt on your way here and on your way back.
Thank you for the kind offer, but I did fill up at the ranch quite nicely last time.
Well, I mean, in the following days as well, if you require, within reason, of course.
Of course, of course, we all have to respect the masquerade.
And I'll see if you would require uh, a room nearby. There is
I'll
a
find,
hotel, and I
yes,
can get you a room there if you wish. That it's pretty close to my haven.
I'll pick something within. I'll pick something close enough that I can watch the front of the apartment.
Well, the Alfond Inn is closest, or the Park Plaza, which is right across from where we are now.
I think a nice high apartment in the plaza seems best.
Well, my haven is right next to the lake.
That could be handy for disposing of bodies.
I'd rather you didn't talk about disposing bodies within my domain. I'll overlook it this time. But
Well, madam, should
anyway,
the
the
yes,
Alfondin is like 2 blocks away from my apartment, and I think it would be best if you go there. Of course, I will cover your bill.
thank you kindly.
I believe that will be all for tonight, unless you have something you wish to talk about.
I'm just curious where you and the other gentleman disappeared to in the ranch the other day.
Well, Thomas, um, it's a big ranch.
It is, but again, it's not every day that you find multiple kindred on the same ranch.
Well, usually at Elysium there are more. It was just the 4 of us.
So Malkavian was not a very good marksman, I have to say.
Well, I assume it's not his expertise.
No, but I think he could
But
hit a barn if he was.
in any case, myself and Mr. Davos have had some private business to discuss.
I hope it was to your advantage.
Please don't try to fish information out of me for things that don't concern you.
I'm only concerned about your well being, madam.
You don't have to worry about it. Unless someone offers you money, of course, to take me out. In which case, come to
In
me
which
on
case,
that
madam, that is a very interesting offer you just made. Well, I figure since you've been straight with me, I will take you up on that offer. If anyone offers me payment to take you out, I'll come to you first.
good. It's good that we understand each other. And if you keep me, if you keep in my good graces, there are benefits that you can find, I'm sure.
I'm sure we can find something that is mutually beneficial.
Indeed. In any case, I will bid you farewell for now. I need to return to my haven.
I shall visit your solicitor and take care of the non-disclosure agreement.
Great, thank you for being cooperative and professional about it. It's quite refreshing, actually.
You'd be surprised how many times I get that.
Well, I guess we're used to dealing with scumbags. It's good to find someone that actually has some honor in their profession, regardless of
Exactly
what
right
it
there,
might
lady.
be. Have a good
Even if
night,
my
Thomas.
good night, Miss Diamond, and I shall frequent your establishment very soon.
Yes, I will expect you tomorrow after sundown.
Naturally.
Just seeing you. And she will walk away out of the park and start walking towards her haven again.
I'm gonna head towards the solicitor's office to see what he to get this agreement, as you said.
And I guess this is where we can end the scene. Thank you, players, for playing and watchers for watching. See you again.